Thank you, Carol, for joining us today and giving us this testimonial. What condition were you suffering from that led you to research and ultimately decide that exosome therapy was right for you?
I have been an osteoarthritic patient ever since I had a stressor event many years ago. And I knew from teaching it that I was going to have arthritis. And now I also have rheumatoid arthritis besides that. And it was time to think out of the box because the medications I was on was bothering me. They needed to be gotten rid of and discontinued. So I wanted to try something that would work. I knew about stem cells. I did not know it was about exosomes. For me, the exosomes had the more bang for the buck because of the more cells of the 9,000 or whatever it was per cc.
Right.
And that's what is important to me.
The billions of
Billions,
exosomes.
excuse me.
Sorry.
And as you can see, I need to have them go irreplaceable.
Right. So how long has it been since you did the exosome procedure?
The first one was out 3 months ago.
Okay. And it's been 3 months since your exosome procedure. Can you describe how you feel about the decision you made to have the exosomes?
Mm-hmm. I've been able to be off of all the two neurologist prescribed medications completely. Right. After the second exosome treatment, I have been able to not have the hands movement bother me. I have only had specific little places because of either my scoliosis, where my knees are better, and I'm doing the PRP. Is that what it is? I think it is.
Yes.
In my knee, and I've had my third shot of that.
Correct.
So I wanted that. If I wanted to be able to do anything, I wanted to be over that hump of the second treatment to see where I would be going towards the third. So if I want to start work, I can.
Excellent. And when did you start actually noticing the effects of the exosomes?
I called you the next morning after the first one because I was so tickled. I was so tickled with myself. But when I first went out to the car, my hands just glided over the wheel. I thought, oh, that's interesting. I've not had that happen before. And then the next morning, and on the way into my apartment, I actually strided. After a long day, I don't usually have the energy to stride, but I was striding forward to the apartment and thinking, this is cool. And then the next day, I had no pain any place, and I called you and I said, I can't believe this.
That's wonderful. That's amazing. How did having the exosomes affect your life?
Well, they have isolated the things that I still have to work on. I no longer, if I need to do anything with my hands, if they do it, then I do my hand exercise 32 times. That seems to help the connective tissue then secrete the solution that they need at the joint so that they will glide like they were supposed to, and any of the others. Now, I've been careful because I'm not supposed to do certain things with my knee right now with the PSPs.
The PRP.
PRPs right now.
Terrific. And what activities are you now able to do that you couldn't do before? Are there any?
Well, sometimes I overdo.
Okay.
So I planted all the pots on the patio, and I was lifting 20 pounds, I'm sure, of dirt that I might have not been supposed to be able to do. And I know that I was going to have to go back to my chiropractor and say, tune me up a little bit, which I do every week anyway. But yes, so I have extended what I've been able to do.
Excellent. That's amazing. Is there any advice that you would give someone that may help them in their journey or in making the decision to choose exosomes?
Yes. Ask a lot of questions. Make sure you are satisfied with your answers. You and I sat down and I talked to you for a whole hour one evening, even at the first conference. Then I came back for 2 other sessions of questions. I even asked for articles, which now my friend in Cleveland wants to read as a nurse too. And so I had to get those back from my chiropractor. So yes, share your information, go and decide what is best for you and think out of the box.
That's great. One of our missions is to help as many people as we possibly can. Would you recommend exosome therapy to others?
My goodness, I already have. And you have asked me to talk to several people who I have, and some of them have done that, and some of them haven't yet. Or if, as I had said just recently, I had seen a lady when I had my second shot and I was sitting out there pulling up my stocking, that I said, it looks like you're going to have something. And she said, yes, I'm interested in several joints. And I said, well, I understand. And I told her then how I felt each time I had had my cells. And not only that, but the husband winked at me after it. I got so tickled I couldn't stand it.
That's terrific. Well, thank you very much, Carol, for spending your time with us and doing this testimonial.